Okay, this is my Black Ops 3 mod tool launcher. You can replace or work beside the default Black Ops 3 mod tools launcher. Here's some of the features, but I'll open a tool and go over them and report bugs here. This file can be found when you download the tool, readme Black Ops 3 MC Launcher, and here's the tool. You drag the tool into your root bin folder. See, mine is here. From here, you can use the tool. Simply double click to open it. We have information about the tool, a link to my site, a disclaimer, replace your default launcher, and if it was replaced, then this would be available, restore default launcher, language selection, options to delete the XPack before linking, or to collapse your mod window for a different view, or expand it, and a wiki, including some useful information, weapon names, sound settings, an explanation of what these tools are, suggested programs, and so on. Here we'll display your current version or that an update is available. This gear here is for your settings, and you can adjust the colors of many different options, your text box or your font, backgrounds, so on. If you don't like what you've done, hit default, puts it back. Settings, here's your root folder, and these settings here will be your default settings right here. So if I want it always to run with developer 1 on, whenever I start the tool, developer 1 will be on, or 2. It's up to you. Here's where you can toggle the default delete XPack before link. In the next row we have new, which is simply a new map or mod. Radiant, which will launch if you have a map selected that map, or just launch Radiant if you don't. Asset editor. Here is a button because this tool will not upload to Workshop. That will open the default launcher so that you can then upload to Workshop. Next we have a shortcut list that just has the main folders, shortcuts to the main folders. And the next one is a place where you can put in custom. Shortcuts. Here's a shortcut to my root folder. You just put the name and the link in, and then there it is. It'll open up your root folder or whatever link to a website or a file or whatever you choose. Here is Siege, another one of my programs, where you can create GDTs for Xmodel exports and convert Xmodel exports and Xanims. And here is my GDT and SA packer, the drag and drop export to bin, and the COD color picker, which gives you an easy way to get the RGB equivalent for COD for setting colors in HUDs when you're scripting. Next, I've taken the list the way it was, and I've separated MP and ZM and mods into different areas. ZM and MP are here, and here is a bunch of options. If you want to build and run, it'll build and run whatever options you have selected. Build, same, but it won't run. Link and run, yeah. Link and run will only link. It's for when you're just making script changes. Only update the GDT database. Full link and run. Just ents. You can see it's just changing your settings over here. I've even included all high PC off. If you do this, you'll be prompted, are you sure you want to shut your PC off when it's finished? If so, save everything, and all languages will be selected during that process. That's basically right before you want to upload to Workshop. Next is the Run button, which I've also added all the zombie maps, DLC maps, multiplayer, and so on. You can just, if you have the map, launch right into it from here. You can select a mod and launch into it if you like, or no mod. And here's your compile link. I've added a GDT database checkbox, so you don't have to constantly update the database, especially if you're just making script changes, which is the bulk of what I do. So you can turn that off. Over here we have the mod section, which we just have build and run. Here's your 4 mod types. Your mod, cancel. Everything has cancel. This option here is only available if you select the MP tab, and you can launch into free run or uplink or any of these default game types. Here's split screen, log file, and these here are for custom ones. If you have your own custom ones you want to start with, it'll remember them every time. Here's for ones that the program won't remember, you can just put in for now. Here's your output window, like before, and then a hidden notes window right here that we'll remember from each time. So you can use the tool just like this, and it will work. The only things that don't work just like the original is when you launch the map, you'll get an extra window that pops up that you have to hit OK on, and then you can't cancel out of that process like you can with the default launcher. I've added a timer, so while it's working it tells you what it's doing and how long it's taken. You can stop it from scrolling to the bottom by unchecking that. It'll tell you when it's done. You run it like so. And here's that window I was talking about. You'll have to hit OK. As you notice, the cancel button went away, so I won't be able to cancel out of this anymore. So I'll just cancel it there. So I replaced the default launcher, and all you have to do these are all standalone, so they could stay open if you like, is replace default launcher. It'll close it down. And now when you launch your mod tools, it'll open my launcher instead. Like so. Now the old launcher is still there. You can still click this button to open the old launcher. I just rename it, and you can still upload to Workshop using it as long as this command window is open. You can resize the window. I like to use mine a little bit taller so I can see my notes. And when you relaunch, it'll remember. You can adjust your panels. Each panel is adjustable. That will reset each time you launch if it gets messed up. Like so. You can collapse. That will remember. When an update is available, when you start up the launcher, you'll get this little orange indicator arrow, and then you can choose whether to update or not. Current version 0.2, updated version 1.0, released. You can say yes or no. If you say no, it just says update available. That's it. You can update when you want. I'm going to say yes, so download, it'll close it. If you've replaced your default launcher, it will do that again, and then it will relaunch for you. Just wait until it loads. Sometimes it takes a little longer. And here we have version 1. It saved all of my bookmarks from before. If I would have changed the colors, it would have saved that as well. And that's about it. Let me know what you think. Any ideas that you have.